What's up guys, Shubham here, and this is part 2 of Django migration series where we are going to cover the advanced concepts of Django migrations. Advanced concepts like reverse migrations, empty migration also called as data migrations, and how to handle migration merge conflicts. Before getting started, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out any video. So let's get started now. In the previous video we had already created 2 migrations, and these are all of them, like all the model fields and migrations. So first of all, we'll start by doing reverse migration. What reverse migration is? Say you have certain number of migrations which are applied on the database. Now you want particular migration to be reverted. Say in the second migration, we had added all these fields, right? We want these fields to be removed from the database. We don't really want them. It might be for testing purpose or anything, but we don't want them. So to do that, there is something called as reverse migration in Django. And to use reverse migration, we have to understand the migration numbers. So if you take a close look at here, the first migration is 0001, okay, and second migration is 0002. So these are called migration numbering. Right now our second migration is applied. So that means first one is already applied and second one is also applied. We want to revert this second migration so that these fields are not present in the database. And if you open this, okay, there is nothing specified. So what happens is if I revert this migration, all these fields will be removed, right? So to do that, the command is as follows. First of all, let's activate our environment. I will navigate inside src. Now we are going to run the following command. Python manage.py migrate, and after migrate we are going to specify the app name. App name is demo, so that's why I have specified demo over here, and then space and the migration that you want to apply. So migration number is 0001. Say if we had migration number 0003, and if we directly wanted to apply 0001 and remove all the fields or whatever we had done in 0002 and 3, they all will be removed. We just have to type in 1 over here. So you can like skip multiple migrations as well. You can do reverse multiple migrations at a time as well. So here I'm going to say 0001. I'm going to press enter and it will do successful. See, here it says unapplying demo, that means app name, and this is the migration file name. I just pressed 0001, that means I want to apply this one, and then it said unapplying this particular migration. If we had third one also, that would have been also unapplied. So this is how we unapply migration or do reverse migration. Let me clear this. Let's try to run the server and see what happens on the admin side. See, it says one unapplied migration. Yeah, we know that. We will do it very soon. I'll open localhost. We'll go to admin, and if we go to cars, yes, definitely this error was expected because we have these fields in the model but they are not present in the database. So that's why that error was there. And if we refresh now, there should be no error. If we open, those fields are gone. So that is how we apply reverse migration or unapply the migrations in Django. Now we'll see data migration. Okay, so here if we go on top, in this model we have a choice field called as manufacturer, and these are the limited choices that we have. Now we know there are multiple new brands in the car industry today, and if we have to add all of them, it will be like for every new one we will have to create an entry over here. So that is not really good. So what we want to do is we want to create a table and store those brand names or manufacturers dynamically and use it over here. So that is what we are going to do. For that, we will have to create a new model, then create a foreign key of that new model over here in this car model. And once that is done, in the next migration, we have to copy all this data from here, that is manufacturer, to the new model. So that is what is important in Django, and it is a very advanced concept. And then finally, we will remove this old field. So let's get started by creating our new model. So I will call it as manufacturer. This will take models.model. This will have only 2 fields, name, that is models.char field, max length let's enter as 100, and then let's add another one called as country, and let's give this as 50 only. So now we will add our string annotation method. So def __str __ it will take in self, and we are going to return with self.name. So our manufacturer model is ready now. We'll create a foreign key for this model in cars model. In cars model, since manufacturer column or like name is already taken, we are going to say manufacturer underscore related. I will say manufacturer underscore related equal to models dot, it should be models dot foreign key to manufacturer, and we are going to give related name as cars, and on delete it should be models dot cascade. So this is how we relate our model as FK or foreign key. But if you remember in the last video of migration series, if you haven't watched that, make sure to watch it. I will link in the I button. And if you remember in that video, I had told you there's something called as default value or null value. So if we are adding a new field after model is created, there might be chances that there's already data, and what should happen to this particular field for those data. So for that, we are going to add default as none and null as true. Default as none. Actually, let me bring this down, and null as true, so that we don't face any issue while creating migration. Now let's do one thing. Since our model is also complete, foreign key linking is also complete, let's create this migration first. So for that, command is python manage.py make migrations, and it should be able to create a new migration number as 0003. Sorry, my bad, I did not save this, so I will save it and delete this old migration. Since this migration was not applied, so that's why we are able to delete it. And also this migration was not pushed to the server, that's why we are able to delete this migration. Always remember, you cannot delete a migration which is already pushed on the server, or if it is committed, or like if you have already a database exist and it is applied in the database. Because once you delete the migration, Django will try to find it dependency, and then the database will go messed up. So that's why you should always remember to delete a migration only when it is not pushed on the server, or it is not applied in the database. If you have database backup and all those things, then you already know what to do and how to do it. So let me clear this and we'll run it again. So python manage.py make migrations, and there we go. Now it has created a 0003 where two things are done: create a model manufacturer and add field manufacturer related to the car. So our migration was created successfully. Now let's create our empty migration, also called as data migration. Let me clear this. Format is python manage.py make migrations. I pressed tab and it worked. Yes, make migrations, then app name is demo over here, and space dash empty. So this is the format: python manage.py make migrations, app name, and then space dash empty. I'm going to press enter, and it will create a migration number 0004, and if you see, there is nothing over here. Like if you remember in the previous one, we had added a new model and add field. Here it is nothing is there, and if we open this 004, it is all empty as compared to 003. So we'll go back to this fourth one. Over here there are two ways of doing this. One, we can only specify what should be the forward migration do, basically what this 0004 migration should do, and when it is unapplied it will do nothing, that is run no. Otherwise, second way is we can also specify what it should do when this migration is unapplied. So basically we are going to copy all data from manufacturer to manufacturer table, right, when this migration is applied. Now say when we unapply this migration, we will remove or delete those data. So to do that, we'll write the code. First we'll write for no, that means when reverse migration is applied, it will do nothing. But before that, let's write code for this 0004 migration. It will be migrations.run Python. And in this, we are going to specify a function name. I will call it as copy data. We will create it. And on reverse code, we are going to say migrations.run Python.nope. This means whenever this migration is run, this function will be called, which we will create now. And when a reverse migration is applied, it will do nothing. This means, and we'll start creating our function. So I will call it as def copy data. This will take in two parameters by default, apps and schema editor. Over here we'll get our model called as car so that we can copy data from this to this particular table. And you all know, right, how to copy the data. Basically select that field, whatever data is there, get or create in the other table. If you all don't know how get or create works, I have already created a series on Django ORM. You all can check that out. It is linked in the I button. So over here we'll say car, and this will be equal to, we cannot directly import it over here, the model. So that's why we have to do this apps.get_model, and here first we have to specify the app name, so demo, and from that app this is the model that I want to import. I'll copy paste it again, and I will change this car to manufacturer. So again in the copy data function we have two parameters, apps and schema editor, and by using apps.getModel we are getting our car model and then manufacturer model. In get model we are specifying first the app name and then the model name. Here also app name dot model name. Now we are going to iterate over cars and do get or create. So for car in car dot objects dot all, here you can write normal ORM queries and it will work. First of all, we are going to check if this car dot, let me minimize this, car dot manufacturer, this one is present in this model or not. If it is present, then use that, otherwise select this, create new data entry into this, right? So to do that, we will say car dot manufacturer, that is how we access it, and it will be manufacturer dot objects dot get or create, where name is equal to this, and this will return us with two parameters. One will be object and another one will be true or false. That means it was created or not. We don't really want to access the created or not, so, and we only want the object field. So I'm going to specify it as underscore object. This will give us the object, and underscore will be underscore, and then car dot manufacturer, I can't get the IntelliSense to work, so car dot manufacturer underscore related will be equal to object, and then car dot save. Quickly I will explain this function. Copy data has car model and then manufacturer model imported, then we are iterating over all the cars and getting car, and then we check in the model manufacturer if this particular car name exists or not. If it does not exist, then get or create it. If it exists, it will get it, otherwise it will create it. And then we are going to cars model again, manufacturer underscore related, and assign that object and save it. So this is how our forward migration will work for 0004 migration, and we will be able to copy the data successfully. Now let's say we want to apply reverse migration. At that point of time we want to delete all the data, right? So to do that, we will actually copy paste this one, copy paste it, comment this out, and I will say remove data. Here also this function will be called when reverse migration is applied, and let's create this function now. To create function, I will say remove data. This will again take apps, schema editor, and here also we have to import both the models. So I'm going to just copy paste them. Then what we are going to do is we are going to access the car model and copy whatever the manufacturer related name is there in the field called as manufacturer, because this is what it will exist after this particular field, that is 0003. And in 0003 migration, this field will be removed, right? So that's why we are going to do that. So I want the for loop, I'm going to copy paste it, and then car dot manufacturer, that field name car dot manufacturer equals to car dot manufacturer related name, manufacturer related dot name. We can access that over here, and we will say car dot save, and then finally delete all the manufacturers. So manufacturer dot objects dot delete. So quickly we'll go over this remove data function. Apps and schema editor are the two params. Then car we have imported, manufacturer we have imported both the models. We are iterating over cars, and then we are doing car dot manufacturer, because before 0003 and 0004 there was no field called as manufacturer related, only manufacturer field was there. So what I'm doing is I'm copying all the data from the foreign keys table to the old field and then saving that data. So that is what I have done, and then delete all the data from the new model, because that model will be empty always after 0003 is applied in a forward way. So that's why we are doing this. And if we save, before that let me run and show you. Over here, if you remember, this manufacturer related is there in one. And actually let's do one thing, we'll directly apply the migration. And if we go to str method over here, if you see it has dot manufacturer, but this field is no longer valid. Our valid field is manufacturer related. So we are going to copy paste it over here. I will stop this server and apply the migration. So python manage.py migrate. Before that we should be saving this file. Yes. And then migrate. And if you see, we have successfully applied 0002. Y'all remember we had unapplied this migration and now it is successfully applied without any issue. So that is what we have done. Then 0003 migration is applied and then 0004 is applied. If you see, OK are present in all three. Now let's run the server. And if we go back to the browser, refresh this page, we have it working. Now if we open this, I think we have these two. Yes, both of them are same. This is the old copy because I haven't refreshed this page. Only model name is there, manufacturer is there, sorry, and over here manufacturer is there as well as manufacturer related is there, which is a foreign key, and this is just a char field or choices field. Let's do one thing, we'll go to admins.py, copy paste and import manufacturer over here, and we'll register manufacturer model as well. We'll refresh this and we have manufacturer, and over here these two data is created because these were the only data that we had used in our cars model. So that's why only these two objects are created. So that is how we were able to create empty migration or data migration and successfully applied. Final thing y'all will do is just remove this. Just remove the old field one, and also this manufacturer choices are no longer required. Y'all can do this, and again we can do python manage.py make migrations, and it will create a new one. Save it. Oh, actually, sorry, there is no need of saving it, and we just have to apply it to remove that field. So that was it. Now I have one final thing to explain y'all. It is actually more theoretical explanation than like practical explanation. You know, you have 0005 number migration over here, and let's say in your branch, I will open my git repo. Let's say in your branch someone else has pushed another migration, same number 0005. Now when you do a pull or even like merge your master branch, it will start throwing you error like migration, same migration number is already present, merge the migrations. So to fix that error, what you have to do is, you know what changes you have done, right? So you will delete your local migration, and this should be done before applying it. Remember that. So you will delete your migration, then make a pull from the server, your branch. Once that pull is done, there will be a migration number 005 which will be pulled, right? And then you'll create your migration by using python manage.py make migration, because we want to avoid migration merging. That will be a bit of headache to manage code wise, as well as when squashing it will be a little problematic. So that's why we avoid migration merge. I will try to show you that example. I know the last part of this is explained theoretically only, because it is quite difficult for me to replicate it just being one user. So if you all have any question, make sure to comment them down below and I will try to solve them. Thank you guys for watching this series. I hope you have learned something new, and I have tried to cover all about Django migration and advanced concepts in migration. If you have any specific topic to be covered, make sure to comment them down below. I will try to cover them up. Thank you and see you in the next one. Bye bye.